G'day everyone, welcome back to ECITV for episode 46. Okay, Gaza, how you going?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good. It's good to be back after a little bit of a longer break than usual. We did that World Championship special just before the Worlds and sat back and watched Michael do his thing in the pits.
What a fantastic job he did too.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about that after we run our little intro, but we'll be back shortly.
Okay, then. See you soon.
G'day, he's Gary.
And he's Shane.
And you're watching ECITV.
You certainly are. Enjoy.
All right, since it's been over 2 weeks, we've got quite a bit of news and products to get through. We'll get started with talking about Michael Bias and his World Championships interviews. That was a pretty cool idea that came from Michael, and he really did a good job following it through, didn't he?
I was amazed that he was so keen to do it. I mean, that was virtually all of Michael's idea. He just wanted to. He actually got the concept from a mountain biker or something who did something similar, where he'd just do very quick little interviews here and there for a variety of riders or spectators or whatever, pre-event and then post-event, and even sometimes during event if it's a multiple day event. And he just found that flowed very well and wanted to adopt that into BMX and believed that it was a good concept, and it proved perfect. Like, he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, so the idea comes from Win Masters. It's a show called Win TV. He's a Kiwi mountain biker. So it's just funny that they're both Kiwis doing this sort of thing. But Michael did put his own spin on it. But ever since Michael discussed the Win TV thing, I've been watching it quite a bit. So it's quite entertaining. And in the last Win Masters I saw for the World Championships, I think it was, they were talking to Twan van Gent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he went from World Championships to Italy to watch the downhill World Championships. They saw him in the crowd and started talking to him.
Because he's looking at getting heavily involved in that, isn't he?
Yeah, but I thought he was talking about cross country, but maybe downhill.
Could be. But yeah, that was he did a fantastic job. Michael did an awesome job of that, and for his first crack at it, it's hard to imagine how he could improve on it. So look forward to a lot more of those when we do get the opportunity for him to have a travel a bit more and maybe get across to Australia and do a few more here.
It was great the riders took the time to talk to him too. I did see that David Graff was pretty impressed with what he was doing, and he even commented on it himself.
Well, I think the good part about it is Michael's such a likable guy, and he's known so much around the tracks because he does travel and compete at a high level, that everyone accepts him. It'd be a lot different than you and I trying to do it or someone else, whereas he's already part of the furniture and people are just comfortable to sit down and talk to him. I mean, they do off camera. You know, he'll walk around and just talk to a lot of people off camera. So the only difference is he's walking around with a seat pole extended in his hand and a microphone attached to the end of it, which I think is a good little setup. And yeah, you just get the riders and everything in their natural environment, talking naturally to Michael, which they would anyway. So that's great. Fantastic.
I did ask him if he whacked anybody in the face with his post extender. He said not on camera.
I actually did see a couple of comments on, I think it was on YouTube channel or wherever, saying that there was a lot of people who love the look of that, of the whole idea of just grabbing the seat with an extender on and putting a microphone on the end, and that's your pole, you know. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, he did a great job.
I'm sure Darren at Elite Seat loved it. So he's designed that post for something completely different, but it's good that Michael found a new use for it.
No, it was very good. No, I love the interviews, and like I said, look forward to a lot more.
So Michael did say he was going to come to Australia to do some racing, and he wanted to do it with some of the Australian pros too. So hopefully we see him over here when things open up a little bit and doing his thing in the pits.
Yeah, no, very good. Let's hope it's sooner than later.
So we've got some exciting news that's an exclusive for ECITV because I've been trying to finalise the details, but I think we're allowed to announce that BSX2022 has a new naming rights partner, and Mongoose Australia are joining us as our naming rights partner. So we'll probably be referring to it as the Mongoose BSX 2022, which is a bit of a mouthful, but that's what it'll be known from now on. So given the type of track, we're probably going to run it with a little bit of a Dirt Varna theme. If you haven't seen, the Dirt Varna video, obviously we're not going to include any special tea on the day or anything. And Corey,
I can see that whole concept working awesomely up in King Lake. Whole Dirt Varna concept and everything, and yeah, I can see it being. We'll have to set that whole scene and theme up. I think that'd be awesome.
I reckon we'll have to get Corey Stamser, who's doing the head shave, in a guru suit, and get him all guru-ish, and we'll just do a guru head shave.
Oh, there'll be cheesecloths and all sorts just flowing everywhere up there.
The natural incense in the area will be quite fitting as well.
I look forward to that. That's good that they've come on board. That's awesome news. That's great that you've picked up a naming sponsor and that their Mongoose has come on board. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing to get that kind of support with such tough times in the industry. Yeah, it's great. Really appreciate everybody's support, but especially Mongoose this time around. Yep. We've also got Sqorz as a silver sponsor. So Sqorz are the basically the event management system, and they always support charity events. So anyone running a charity event which is BMX related, make sure you hit up Sqorz because they'll look after you just like they did us last year and this year as well. So that's it for BSX 2022 for the moment. We do have a whole lot of new announcements to make, but they'll be coming up over the next few weeks. And Supercross released a brand new carbon frame overnight. So about 8 hours ago, they did their launch. Did you have a chance to have a look at those frames?
I did actually. I got up at about 5:30 this morning and scrolling through social media, and I saw you'd posted something about 4 hours pre me looking at it, and I thought, what the heck are you doing up at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever when you posted it? But as it turns out, you had scheduled it, and but yeah, I did have an opportunity to have a look through it this morning. Super impressive looking frames. They're great. Colors are awesome.
Yeah, they always have a good design flair, but there's always, some pretty unique features as well that come out in new Supercross frames. I do have a whole bunch of photos. Do you want me to share the photos in a presentation, Gary, so you can have a quick look?
Yeah, throw them up there.
All right, let me see if I can share my screen.
Yep.
All right. So this is a frame that's been set up to a 44/16 gearing, so it doesn't actually need the tensioner on the chain because the flip chip is set up for that gearing. So if he was to say take a tooth off the front, he just flips the flip chip around, and he still would have full tension.
So when you're talking flip chip, that's that insert that's in the frame where the axle is.
Yeah.
Like that's known as a flip chip.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're set up at different points in the different sizes or whatever, depending on the gearing that you run.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's set up at a half-link chain. Are those flip chips only suited for half-link chains?
No, I believe it's for a full link, but I guess half-link chain will give you a little bit more adjustment.
Yep.
I don't use half-link chains, so I'm not entirely sure how they work, but yeah, I imagine it's just for a normal chain. I just realised that there's something wrong with that chain. Looks like a pin's about to fall out. Probably should tell the rider. Look right across to the right-hand side and look at the kink in the chain.
Yeah, there is too. Yeah, it's got a stiff link. Yeah, and then the next one's protruding. You're right. Yeah.
So they come as a frame and fork setup, and you get the headset as well. So you can see the rear ends changed from the old Supercross. You got your enclosed dropouts and the squared tubing. And it also has removable mounts for V-brake and disc brake, so you can choose either or but have the same frame, and you can change between them.
I do like the concept of that, having the V-brake mounts removable, so you can just undo a couple of screws, little bolts, take the V-brake mounts off. I presume they'd have a little plug or something that goes into the thread just to keep that clean. But I do like the concept of that, just being able to change it between one to the other.
So there's another one of the colors. I think that's a navy. It looks a bit purple on this photo.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, some of the new artwork. There's the red.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Candy apple red, yeah.
I think there's a close-up of that. Yeah, there you go. It's got a bit of glitter through it.
Yeah. Yep.
And another angle. And there's a picture of the internal cabling. So there's internal cable routing for either the disc brake or the V-brake, depending on which one you wanted to use.
Oh.
A bit more of a close-up again. So there's the V-brake mounts mounted.
Yep.
So yeah, it looks like little Allen key bolts over there. They'll probably be titanium like the posts are.
Geez, they've gone all out on these, haven't they? It's fantastic.
Yes. The yellow, I don't know if that's oversaturated, but it looks bright, doesn't it?
It does.
And there's the disc brake mount, and you can see there also the internal cable routing coming out of the frame. Yeah,
that's a great idea, having the two lots of cable routing for that. They've really thought of everything, haven't they?
Yeah. That's it for the photos that I've got, but should give you a pretty good overview.
Oh, very impressive. So when are they going to actually be available? Do you know?
I think it's mid-October.
Okay. And how would anyone access those?
So they can do that through any Supercross reseller, and there's quite a few across Australia. Obviously, if they're international, there's distributors across the world.
And is there an indication at all on price at this stage, or is it too early to speculate?
Well, the US price is $2,000. So I think it's $19,990.
Okay, but that's frame, fork, and headset.
And you also don't need a chain tensioner. It comes with all the flip chip and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it does come with a little bit more, and it's more technology. So still quite a reasonable price. I think Bill did a breakdown of the version prior to this and how it was kitted out, and there was like a $50 price difference.
So the flip chip in that photo itself is obviously set forward as opposed to the first one we saw where the axle was set back.
Yeah.
Are the flip chips to suit 10, 15 or 20 mil, or?
There's 10 and 15 mil.
10 and 15 mil. Okay. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, he did say they were slightly lighter. I should stop sharing so we can have a look. Share. No. Okay. So enclosed dropouts, removable disc brake, and V-brake mounts. I think we've covered it all basically. And yeah, the new artwork. So that's quite obvious. One of the first things that really stands out. There was a slight weight difference, but they were going for more of a strength, and I think they're talking about launch, so a better acceleration. So they didn't try to drop the weight too much because it's already, I think it was 2.5 pound Pro XL frame, so it's already super light.
Hard thing to do, drop weight.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that myself for so long.
Yeah.
I should have warned you about that. Very nice. Bill's done an awesome job there.
Yeah, so congratulations, Bill, on another nice looking bike, and good luck with the sales.
Now, the product we saw during the week, Jigsaw Jumps.
Yeah, so Jigsaw, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Jigsaw Jumps out of the Yarra Valley, so just up the road from you in Warby.
Yeah.
So I spotted this a few weeks back that they were going to launch a website, so I got onto them and asked them, what's the deal and what's the BMX involvement, and they seem to be very much mountain bike oriented until that point, and they're like, oh, BMX is a bit keen on these. This will be cool. Yeah, let's change things up a little bit and make them available for BMXs as well. Literally didn't have to change the jumps or anything. It's just more helping BMXs find the stuff in the first place. So they're meant to be really quick and easy to assemble. I think it was a 2-minute assembly, so it's pretty easy to do. They come in 4 different sizes, so you can have one for your balance bike kid, and then all the way up to anyone that wants to do a big kicker off I think it was, I can't remember the height, but quite a tall jump that had a lot of kick. And because they're assembled in 3 sections, they can actually be built to 3 different configurations. So you can have just the takeoff, and then you can add the middle section, and then the lid from the end can be put down, so it's like a roller basically, essentially.
Yep.
And then fully extended. And then I think in the coming months, they'll actually be making extensions that go on the end of those to give you even more kick again. And also a section to join 2 jumps together to make tabletops.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So
they seem reasonably priced as well.
Yeah, that's one thing that I liked as well. They're made in Australia, so you didn't have to worry about all the expensive shipping costs. And yeah, they were really reasonably priced.
I was just looking at them at the moment. So the 4 sizes range from $300 Australian up to $479. So that's quite reasonably priced for the engineering and everything that's gone into them.
Yeah, a lot of CNCing going in there. So there's backpacks available as well. They cost a little bit extra, and there's a different sized backpack per jump. So it just makes them a little bit more mobile. So if you want to go out bush somewhere and can't get the car up there, you can pack it away. But it also helps with storage and everything else. And it's got an anti-slip surface too, so you shouldn't have any trouble sliding off it if it gets slightly wet. So yeah, it was a pretty impressive little unit. I'm pretty keen to play with one myself.
Yeah, I can understand that. They're quite good.
Yeah.
Might have to look at those a little bit more. Might go for a little drive. It's almost within my COVID range to go and have a look at those. I think we'll hear a lot more about those in the near future.
Okay, and so we've got some new Troy Lee designed helmets released in the D3 and D4. I probably should share images of those as well so that you can see them, Gary. I'm sure you haven't had a chance to see them.
Pop them up on the screen.
Alrighty, so let's go to what have we got here? Troy Lee. And I can share that screen. So that one's the D3 Fiberlight. So that's like the economy ranged helmet that they do. You see that one, Gary?
Yep. Yeah, it's nice. I like the artwork on it, actually.
Actually, that'll be a perfect fit for Noxie's new race jersey.
I was going to say, because it's the ransom lettering. Yeah.
And that one's the D3 Fiberlight as well. So nice neutral colors.
Yep.
So this is the D4 Composite Helmet. Be a nice profile helmet, that one.
Good color range for ECI.
Yeah. Oh, and ECI, yeah.
ECI in general, yeah.
So this one's the D4 Carbon Exile in grey. Another nice subtle artwork one. I like the sort of subtle checkers through that.
That does look nice.
I think that's got a bit of a glitter through it too, but you can't tell from this photo.
It's even hard to see the checker. Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, this one.
Real 3D. Yeah.
So that's another D4 composite helmet in a lowrider colour scheme with teal. So they do a good job with their colour schemes, don't they?
Oh, fantastic. Always have. They've been noted for their design for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
All right, so
are these available yet or coming soon? Not too sure.
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked if there's stock in Australia, but yeah, definitely coming soon. Normally when they've made them available to have a look at like this, they're in stock, but you'd have to check your local suppliers for that.
Yeah.
To be sure. I'll stop sharing. Okay, so I'm back again.
I'm back.
Also in news over the last couple of weeks, Box Components have purchased ABC, and ABC has products like Race Incorporated, Cook Brothers, and Batima Forks, which are all older brands which have been brought back over the last couple of years by the guys at ABC. I think we've mentioned them before. The racing frame was pretty space age looking aluminium frame that looked like it would fit perfectly well in today's era of BMX racing. And so Box have purchased those, and it sounds like they're going to try and really ramp things up there. And so we'll hear a lot more about those ABC products. I do have an interview scheduled with Toby Henderson in about this time next week, so late next week. And hopefully we get to find out a little bit more about what's going on there. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to mention it or not, but they didn't say that I couldn't. So they also have some new tyres on the horizon, so to replace the Box Hex tyres that used to be on the market. So keep an eye out on those as well.
That'll be a good interview to look forward to. I mean, to get the ins and outs of the whole purchase of ABC with Toby Henderson, that'll be a great interview to look forward to.
Yeah, hopefully you can give us a rundown on all the products as well.
Yeah, biggest problem will be trying to keep it to a decent amount of time, because Toby does love to talk.
Oh, really? I haven't had a chat with him before, so I guess I'll find that out the hard way.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Good guy.
That's it from news from Ultra. What about some show and tell, Gary? I believe you have quite a bit of stuff there for us.
Got a few things, probably starting with the banner right over my head. We've just received some new chase banners into the warehouse. These are available to purchase at the moment. They're around $59. They're a nice 8 foot by 3 foot to suit the majority of pit tents. They're a cloth made banner, so they're a pack up nice and tight and easy, but just one that, you know, if you're a mad keen chase person, you can fly the flag and have it trackside or have it hanging in your man cave or whatever. But yeah, they're available at the moment.
What's the female version of a man cave?
You ask the curly questions. Is that what it is? No, I won't go into that. Okay, and on the chase side of things, we've also just got in some Chase Connor Fields and Joris Dorday jerseys. So they're in sort of one size fits all. They're an extra large. The Joris, the Connor ones are double extra large. But majority of people won't be wearing these. They'll more be hanging those next to their chase jersey in their female cave.
Next to the chase banner.
Oh, what did I say? Jersey, yeah, banner. Yeah, I'm old. So they're rolling right along. This is all going to happen fairly quick because we've got a fair bit of stuff to get through. So rolling right along, we've also got some new Sqorz hoodies in. So they're available now on the ECI site or through any dealer around Australia. We've got some Icon forks in cruiser size, limited colour range at the moment. So we've got black, red or black, white, but they've just come in. So we've had the Icon forks in for a while, but now they're available in cruiser. So for all you big legged guys out there who run this 24-inch, they're now available for you. They're only in tapered and 20mm dropouts, but they're in stock at the moment. Another product that's just come in is the Answer 3K woven, matte wove carbon forks. I'm just trying to see whether you can see those or not.
Carbon rims.
Oh, what did I say, forks? God. You'll have to do a lot of editing for this. Yeah, so we've got the carbon rims in 20-inch or 24-inch, only in the pro size, so the 1.5, 1.75, 36 hole, but they're available in 20-inch or 24-inch. They do actually do an OS 20 in these. We haven't got those in at this stage, but they are in stock now in either a braked or brakeless version. So in any colour you like, as long as it's matte black. Just
a quick question on those, because I know people will ask, are they tubeless compatible?
Yes, they are. They certainly are. Another little thing we've got is some new Stay Strong grips in a variety of colours. They're in at the moment. Have you had an opportunity to see these yet, Shane?
No, I haven't. I have to get you to send me some.
You want to try a set? I've got one here that you can have a look at. Here you go, mate. Just give you a set.
Gee, that's fast.
Yeah, I've heard that about you. So, yeah, they're available in stock now in that range of colours, which is blue, pink, red, and grey, with black being the main one.
They're a nice big outer diameter, aren't they?
They are. They're a good size. They've got Stay Strong, logo all the way through it, and they're a lock on, but they're only lock on at one end, which you were talking about the advantage of that.
So that just means it's kind of hard to explain without going into too much detail, but you don't get any of the rocking backwards and forwards that you do on the older style clamps. And it's a bigger Allen key head, so you don't find yourself stripping off your Allen key trying to tighten them up and undo them. But it's just a single clamp. I think they call that the V2.1 clamp that ODI do, because these grips are made by ODI. And obviously no clamp on the outside. So it's a very simple installation. I do like the way these grips are actually shaped. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. No, it disappears. So on one side, the logos are all flush, and on the other side, every second row of logos actually sticks out a little bit. So it gives you a bit more grip. Can you see that from your end, Gary? Way. I feel like a magician. I'm going poof.
Yeah. Give them back to me and I'll have a look.
All right, here you
go. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean now. It's probably easier for me to show it because it's not cutting in and out like it is with you. Yeah, you can see that every second one's raised, so it just gives you that, I don't know, variety of grip surface, I suppose, to bite that little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all available now, and I did forget to mention that they are manufactured by ODI, so definitely quality. But yeah, so they're all in stock in the warehouse as we speak.
I didn't make them too sweaty for you, did I, Gary?
No, they're okay, mate. They're you actually did well. Okay, probably last but least, I think that's it. Yeah. We now have some 11 brand flow chain rings in stock. So we do carry quite a range of chain rings in different price points. These fit sort of mid to high-ish around that $80 mark. But they do come standard from 30 in 4-bolt from 38 tooth up to 50 tooth. So it's one of those standard sort of chain rings that cover a big range, whereas majority of chain rings top out around that 44, 45, maybe 46 tooth. These actually go up standard up to 50 tooth. So we've got those in stock, all in just in black at this stage, 4-bolt. We do actually carry a little bit of a range in white because there's not too many out there in white, but they're on the site at the moment as we speak. So they're at a 6061 T6 alloy.
So one product that did come and go already was a limited edition Galaxy Rust colorway. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Incredible. They Profile used to do quite a bit of limited edition stuff many years ago, but they were bringing out probably 3 to 4 limited edition colorways per year, and it's sort of probably the limited edition side of things lost a little bit of interest, although we used to sell quite a bit of it. And they haven't had an opportunity to bring out much in the way of limited edition for a while. So what they did is they brought out the limited edition Rust Galaxy hubs and stems. And this is a true limited edition. Like, I think they had something like 50 hubs manufactured in total. Australia here got 5 pair of hubs and that was it. And they went in a heartbeat. So they've already sold out, obviously. We did have push stems as well. Again, only 5. And I've spoken to Profile to see if we can get any more. And they said, no, it's a true limited edition. That's it. That was the whole allocation for Australia, was 5 pair of hubs. It did take them about 27 months from conception to manufacture to get those out in the marketplace. And so they said they just don't foresee that they're going to manufacture any more of them. So for those few people who have got a pair of those hubs or a Marvel push stem in that colorway, you're a very lucky person. So hold on to them. Don't do what we've seen some people in America doing and trying to resell them at some astronomical sort of increase. But yeah, hold on to them because they're going to be worth gold in years to come. And that's about it. There was a bit to get through, but I think we managed to get most of it.
I don't really want to talk about events because every time we talk about events, they get postponed or cancelled. But I do want to talk about Northern. It was very sad that they had their event cancelled completely. I know how much work goes in over at Northern to try and provide the best facilities for the wider community. I guess it's not much different to other clubs, but being able to see all that firsthand, it's saddening for the club there. And hopefully next year they get to run their event after 2 years of cancellations.
I was mentioned to you earlier on, it's obviously we talk to BMXers all around Australia every day, and it's hard when you talk to shops and consumers about, they're off to their next race meeting, or, there seems like there are events going ahead all around the place, and we're stuck here, and similar to New South Wales where everything's just sort of on hold. I mean, you can't even access a BMX track here at the moment. They're all locked up. So
I know one.
Yeah, I know you've got one. You're one of the very few who can access any sort of BMX track. But yeah, it's very disheartening, but it's something we've got to do. We've spoken about it a lot in the past, and it just is what it is, and we've just got to bear with it, and hopefully we all get through it unscathed mentally. So
I did notice the state series races have been suspended.
Yeah, suspended.
Postponed.
Yep, postponed.
And we'll be hearing announcements next week sometime, I think it was. So hopefully we do see some racing by the end of the year, but I'm not holding my breath.
No, very, very unlikely, I would say. So, but yeah, so that's probably about it for this week.
So what do you got planned for the next 2 weeks, Gary?
Work. Unfortunate ones who can work. So I feel sorry for all those people in different industries that can't. But yeah, we're still here. We're still receiving product. We're still shipping product out. We're still mechanically working on bikes. So yeah, got a fair bit of work to do. Got a few projects to do around the place. So we're keeping busy. But I feel sorry for people that can't work and stuck in 2-bedroom units or whatever and just stare at 4 walls all day. So.
You were telling me that you've got some bike builds going on. Is there anything you can show us?
Got a couple of bike builds happening at the moment. I'll show you one at the moment. I'm sure Ricky won't mind. This is a very nice Yes World Cup limited edition bike in a teal, I would say, or aqua colorway. We've built it up with a lot of chrome and purple components, with answer dagger forks, profile stem, purple, chrome bars, chrome cranks, chrome rims, alienation rims, but that's in the process at the moment. So that should be finished probably Monday, I would say. And there's a couple of others out in the workshop at the moment, going through at the moment. So as soon as we get those more to completion, we'll release a lot of images on social media with them.
So are those cranks columns or elite?
Columns. Yep. Yeah, column cranks. Chrome column cranks. He's a fairly big guy, hence the 22-inch top tube. Wanted to go for a bit of strength. That's why he's gone alienation rims, profile hubs, push them, and column cranks. So
you don't sell Yes frames there. So if someone did have a build, they gave you a frame, you'd be able to build it up.
Well, that's exactly what happened with this one. Yeah, he purchased that through Bunny at BB Cycles, the frame, got it over here, and then dropped it off to us to complete the build for him. So yeah, it was specifically wanted that frame and that colorway. Bunny had it, and so yeah, we're more than happy to do that if someone brings in or wants us to build up a Wee-Wiss or a GT or whatever. It doesn't matter what brand it is. They can bring even if they bring majority of the components, we'll assemble it. That's not an issue. We've got some quality staff here that love building these products, love building the wheels, and yeah, come out looking pretty good.
So you do the same service with wheel building. If someone's got a different hub and they might want, say, an alienation rim or an answer rim or something, they can bring the hub and wheel to you?
Yeah, we have a flat charge, quite a minimal flat charge if it's our rim and our hub. It's only $69, including spokes, to build per wheel. There is a slight surcharge if they bring, they supply the hub or the rim or whatever. So, obviously we can make a little bit on the hub and a little bit on the rim. So the build itself is only $69, where if you supply the hub, we supply the rim, it might be $89 or whatever, So there is a slight surcharge, but we do still offer that service because we've got the facility here. We do all our own spoke cutting and everything. That no matter what the configuration is, the size or anything, we can generally, sort them out or source what they want. So yeah, it's just a service, and that'll be expanding because we will be moving and setting up a specific building and custom build area, but that's for another episode and still a fair way off. So, but anyway, yeah. So just a service that we provide here, and we can provide it through COVID, through click and collect if you're, within the radius, or if you want to send the item here or whatever. So we can always arrange one way or the other.
Just trying to think of what wheels I want to build.
You always want something built.
Not like I need it.
No one really needs it. They just want it. So anyway, mate, I reckon that's it for this week's episode.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for all that. And it was good to catch up after, 2.5 weeks?
Yeah, that was good. Very good. Very exciting. And great news in regards to your BSX naming sponsor. Mongoose.
Yeah, it's all coming together pretty well. I've been out doing some solo sessions on the shovel and track scraping up nicely, and just getting that moss off the top surface. If you have a close look at the photos I've been posting to my own personal social media, you can see the dirt itself's red, and then the slime or the moss or whatever it is like super greeny grey color. So it's just crazy the contrast between the two and how slippery the track can be. So if I want to ride any sections of it, I have to scrape all the moss off, and then then I can ride. Otherwise, it's just like ice.
Wow, well, that'll just slide in with all the Dirtvana theme, won't it?
Yeah,
the green moss and everything, and
maybe I should try to make some tea out of it.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
All right. See
Great catching up. Talk soon.
you, mate.
See you, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye.